Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Watcher of the Forest. Thank you so much to all of you subscribers, old and new. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your comments. I really love um, reading what you talk about. It's very important and I love it. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. To my ancestors, angels, and benevolent spirit guides, known and unknown, thank you for your guidance and protection through every realm. Okay, thank you, spiritual team. So I made these cards last night and I've already had two awesome readings. One was You Are the Plot Twist, and the other one was It is okay for you to have everything that you want. Okay, so let's see what card is going to come out for this reading. Oh, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So let's get into it. Oh, awesome. So I have a bunch. Oh, which one should I take? I don't know which one. They're all good, but I'm going to put them back and just see if I can get one card to come out. I'm just going to pick one card. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. When you put another person on a pedestal, you take yourself out of your alignment and into a lower vibration. Yeah, that's like a huge lesson to learn. I learned that in my life. When you put another person on a pedestal, like when you worship another person, oh, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. Oh, no, it doesn't matter how you're treating me disrespectfully. It doesn't matter. It's almost like you're like a people pleaser, right? You take yourself out of your alignment and into a lower vibration. Whoa. Well, there you go. Six of Swords. Yeah, it is a journey. It is a transition. It's an exit. Page of Swords. Lots of Page of Pentacles. Yeah, that's about right. Thank you, spiritual team. Knight of Swords. Holy Toledo. I want to say lots of swords are air, so lots of thoughts. Oh my gosh. Eight of Swords. Six of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Holy Toledo. And Death. Oh my gosh. Okay. When you put another person on a pedestal, like you're a people pleaser, like you're going to do whatever they ask for, right? Or demand on you, you take yourself out of your alignment, out of your high vibration, and you put yourself back into a lower vibration. Wow, these cards are low vibration, I have to say, most of them. So, Six of Swords. Well, look, you're leaving, right? You're going away. You're on a journey, a figurative journey of transition and exit away from a past sorrow. Yeah, I would say so. Transforming cognition from difficult to calmer in healing. When you put another person on a pedestal, you're telling that person, you know what, I'm surrendering my power to you. Take it. I have no power now. Why would you do that? I mean, I've done it myself many, many times in my life before I healed, right? But that's such you're telling this other person, whoever it is, family, boss, coworker, friends, your lover, your husband, you're telling your partner, anybody else, that you don't have any respect for yourself, right? So when you put another person on a pedestal, you take yourself out of your alignment. You're taking yourself out of your high vibration and you're putting yourself back into a lower vibration. You just handed all your power to someone else. There's the reading. It could easily be that cut and dry, just like that. When you put someone else on a pedestal, you're just handing over your power. Oh, there you go. You can talk to me and treat me any way you want, and I'm okay with that. You know why? No, you're not, right? Six of Swords, I feel like you're finally understanding, oh my gosh, I've been putting this person on a pedestal. No wonder they've been treating me disrespectfully and like crap and like I don't matter and not asking me for my point of view on something or not asking me to make a decision, you know, say like if it's a family setting and the wife takes over and she just makes all the decisions without asking the husband. Well, the husband, why should she ask the husband? Because the husband has put her on a high pedestal way up here, right? And he's way down here. So why should she ask him, right? She doesn't want to ask a low vibrational person who voluntarily gave away his power, right? And that can go either way, man up here, woman down here. Either way, however it is with you, woman, woman, man, man, whichever, right? So I believe you're finally understanding, oh my gosh, no wonder why I put this person on a pedestal. I did it to myself. That is such a hard lesson to learn. I did it to myself. I've got no one else to blame but myself. I put this person on a pedestal and I worship them, right? I gave away my power the instant that I put that person on a pedestal. There is no reciprocity. There is no 100%. Someone's way up here and someone's way down here in a relationship. There's no reciprocity. Look at that huge gap. Where is there reciprocity in that? There is nothing. Absolutely no reciprocity, right? The person who's way up here holds all the cards, holds all the power. You're the grunt. You hold nothing, right? You're the one who's doing everything. You're doing everything that this person says. You're doing it all, right? You have no power because you gave it away, because you put this person on a pedestal. So I believe in the Six of Swords, you're finally realizing that. You're like, holy Toledo. It's like a bunk on your head. Oh my God, I finally understand that after years and years and years of living in this kind of dynamic, right? I finally understand it. I'm going away. I'm not staying in this dynamic because honestly, I think when you have a person up on a pedestal and you're way down here because you gave your power back, right? This person who's in power is never, ever, ever, ever going to let you come back up and take your power back. No way. They're never going to let you do that. Never, ever, ever. You're going to have to leave and start new. After you heal from it, of course, right? You're just going to have to understand the whopper of a mistake you made, right? We all make that mistake. We've all done it. I've done it many times in my past, right? But when you realize, oh my gosh, I was the one who totally just ruined the relationship because now my partner is power hungry. Well, yeah, you know, they are power hungry and there's no reciprocity. There's no 100% reciprocity. There's no love. There's only greed and take and you know, I'm talking to my other power friends. I'm not going to talk to you, even though you're my partner, but you're the grunt in this relationship. Why should I, you know, confide in you or talk to you about my feelings or anything? No, I'm going to go talk to other people that I know that are um, being put on a pedestal also, right? And I don't want to say um, people that are put on a pedestal. I don't want to say that they're in a higher vibration positively. No, they might be in a higher vibration, but they're not in a positive state of mind, is what I want to say about that. Yeah, because if they were in a higher vibration in a positive sense, they would still ask your opinion, right? Ask what decision would you want to make in whatever it is, right? They would still kind of treat you with a respect, but 9 times out of 10, they will not. So I do believe in the Six of Swords, you are going from a difficult situation to a calmer situation. So you have everything that you packed up, and you're just leaving, right? Because honestly, in that type of situation, the only thing you can do is leave and save yourself. Heal from that situation, whatever it was, family, you know, lovers, married couple, whatever it was, right? So, the Page of Swords, very talkative. You're very talkative. Oh my gosh. Outspoken, communicate. You have healed from putting someone else on a pedestal. When you put another person on a pedestal, you take yourself out of your alignment and into a lower vibration. So you've healed yourself and you're just kind of going with the flow, I want to say. You're a Page of Swords, got your thoughts up in the air, right? Page of Pentacles, you're a student, apprentice, you're just starting over in your life, just starting over. New skill, opportunity, employment, enthusiasm, diligent, inspired. Good news about money, career, education, and home. So, you know, you just started over, right? That's all you can do. You just start over. You're starting something new, starting something fresh. Maybe you don't know about it. It's an apprenticeship, and you are just really happy about it. You're not going to get into a relationship with anyone. You're just working on yourself, really, right? You have one pentacle. You're starting at the bottom. You're just working on yourself. The Knight of Swords. But you're just thinking in your mind, oh my gosh, if I was a brave warrior, right? If I was quick witted, articulate, intellectual, if I was an advocate in my relationship, I wouldn't have put that person on a pedestal, right? Because I am as worthy as that other person is, right? I just had to learn that for myself, that I am worthy and I am enough, just like anybody else is, right? So the next relationship, it looks like you're headed for something. The next big thing you're headed for, you vow to yourself, I am not going to put another person on a pedestal, right? I'm just not going to do that, right? I'm fearless now and I'm ambitious and I'm looking forward to whatever or whoever else is coming into my life, right? Eight of Swords, you know, a lot of times when you get out of something like this, when you put someone else on a pedestal and you're on a lower vibration, even though you've healed, I think someone triggered you. And just, like when people trigger you, it's almost like you're giving your power away again, right? Say someone said something to me and that pissed me off and I got all upset. Well, they triggered me. I responded crappy, right? So they took my power in that instance. That's what it feels like, right? Someone said something to you, you gave them back your power, not the same person, but that just tells you you need to work more on yourself, right? You don't want to feel bound or stuck. You don't want to feel like you're in a constraint. You don't want to feel powerless. See that? You don't want to feel like that anymore. You want to always feel like you're powerful, right? You have power within you. You're not going to give it away anymore. And we all go through this. When we heal from whatever we need to heal from, like you need to heal from when you put someone on a pedestal, right? So you're healing from that. And yes, you are going to get triggered. People are going to trigger you. You come across people in a marketplace or whatever, at a grocery store, at a AutoZone place, if someone says something to you, they don't know what you're going through, right? So they're just going to say it just like that. and it's going to trigger you because maybe it was part of this situation. How would that guy or person know, right? And it's going to trigger you, and how you respond. If you can stay quiet, you keep your power. If you speak something or have an action towards another person, you gave them your power, right? So that's how you feel when someone triggers you, right? You feel like it's a self imprisonment, because that's what it is. It's a self imprisonment. You can easily get out of it. It just takes practice. We all have to learn that. It just takes practice to remember I'm never giving my power away to anyone for anything. And if that subject of whatever that person said to me triggered me, that's where I need to do more healing, right? Within myself. I need to do more healing. And check it out, death. What an awesome card, It's not a literal death, okay? It's an ending, it's an end of a phase, and it's a start of a new phase. So, this card, death, is telling me that once you healed, you started healing your triggers, right? Because when you go through healing, you already know what your triggers are. Whatever situation you were in, with this one, you put another person on a pedestal, right? So maybe someone said something to you like, maybe someone said something, say like if you were in line at AutoZone and someone said something to you, something like, um, get over here and I can help you, or just something like that. And that just, maybe this other person said, get over here to you a lot, and that triggered you. It doesn't have to be something personal, but just hearing words that another person said to you, this person that you put on a pedestal, maybe they always said to you, get over here. So when this guy, AutoZone, said to you, get over here and I can help you, I can cash you out, just those words, get over here, triggered you, right? So that's where you need to heal more within yourself. And then you have death, which is an end of a cycle. So, how awesome is that? It's a liberation and a rebirth. Yes, it was painful. Yes, yes, yes. It was painful to learn all of these lessons. Yes, and to know that you are powerful and you will never, ever, ever, ever again put someone else on a pedestal. You'll never, ever, ever do that, right? Never, ever, ever give someone else your own power. No, 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 because you know how stuck and stagnant you felt in this situation, right? And it can be with anyone in your life, boss, coworkers, you know, family life. It can be your siblings, your parents. It can be just anyone, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, just anyone, right? You're never again going to give someone else your power. And so you're having a death of that. You're turning over a new chapter, which is this death card is very, uh, it's a transformational card. It's a really good card to have. You know, You're having the end of the phase and the start of a new phase. Yes. The liberation and rebirth. Everything that you went through was painful. Yes, healing isn't a walk in the park. It is painful, right? But you need that so that you can move forward within your life. If you don't heal from putting this person on a pedestal, you're going to always be on a lower vibration, right? Always. So that's why you need to heal so that you can move forward, so that your next relationship or the next time that you speak to someone in your family or the next time that you talk to someone in your friend group or your coworkers or your boss, you're going to walk in the room and immediately they're going to know that, oh my God, this person has healed themselves. They're not going to put up with my bullshit anymore. I can't talk to them like they're, dirt beneath my shoes, right? Or beneath my feet, or whatever that saying is, right? No, they can't, right? So kudos to you. When you put another person on a pedestal, you take yourself out of your alignment and into a lower vibration. Yeah, that's a thing of the past for you, right? You're proving it to yourself, you're proving it to the universe. So I'm really happy for you. I mean, seriously, we all go through that, you know. So let's ask, I'm going to ask my spiritual team for an affirmation for this reading, please. I am easily manifesting and confidently stepping into the life I've always envisioned. Yes, you are easily manifesting and confidently, right? Stepping into the life I've always envisioned. So you've took your power back. You took it back and you're starting your new life. Even if you have to start it as a page, right? Starting out something new. Nothing wrong with that. You're starting from the ground up and you are going to make your life what you want it to be. In whatever relationship you go into, family relationship, coworker, boss, you know, I want to say lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage. If you get married again, you are going to make sure that that marriage is 100% reciprocity. You are not going to put her or him on a pedestal. He or she is not going to put you on a pedestal. You will not allow it. No way, right? That's what you learn from that. I embrace vulnerability and self expression as essential components of self love and self acceptance. Yes, 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 yes. Self love, self acceptance. You took your power back. You're never, ever, ever going to give it away again, right? Your power belongs to you. Never going to be, never going to be in a situation. And if someone comes to you and talks to you like you're lower than them, what are you going to do? Is it going to trigger you? Heck no. You're just going to walk away or you're just going to stay silent, right? It's not going to trigger you at all because you've healed from it. You've already closed out that cycle, right? You've already moved on. And you remembered how you felt when someone triggered you before, right? Overcoming. In the school of life, I practice self discovery by recognizing that fear, anger, and ego separate me from my divinity. I allow the light within me to grow. This light empowers me to rule my inner world. Today, I overcome all that separates me from my true self. What a beautiful card for this reading. Thank you so much, spiritual team. Yes, you are overcoming. You are overcoming all of that, negative, low vibration, all of those triggers. You overcame all of them, right? All of them because you wanted better for yourself. I'm proud of you. So let's ask the archangels, Archangel Michael, which card do you have for me, please, for this reading? When you put another person on a pedestal, you take yourself out of your alignment and into a lower vibration. Charity, pillar of service. Serve with a gracious heart and know God is serving you. Yes. Okay, let's see. This card brings a message that good things happen to good people. If you are feeling stuck or unsure, angels are inviting you to direct your energy towards service and reminding you that when you give, God/the universe always gives back. Be there for others. Be there for the mission you feel called to carry out. Be there for those you love deeply, and you can experience love, connection, and support in return. It's important to be authentic in your giving and your service, though. Don't give with the expectation of getting the same energy back. Give in the knowledge that generosity is always paving the way to golden opportunities. There is a divine law of compensation unfolding in your life currently, and all of your previous commitments and acts of service are creating opportunities for abundance and joy. Give, and God will give to you. That's a beautiful card. When you give of yourself. Serve with a gracious heart, and know God is serving you. Yes, give with a gracious heart. I want to say, could you give with a gracious heart here? No. You know, give with a gracious heart. I think when you gave to the other person who was, you know, up here and you were down here, this person wanted you to give with a gracious heart, right? Give, 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 give with a gracious heart. But I'm pretty sure this person did not give you with a gracious heart, right? Anyways, that was an awesome reading. I hope you understood it. I think it was absolutely fantastic. Uh, so, wonderful message there. So, whoever I'm speaking to, I hope this really helped you out. I hope it did. So, thank you so much for listening and watching. And until next time, take care of yourself, okay?